Hello everyone, I'm Aficionado, and I'm going to give you a review of the FV215b British Tier 10 Heavy Tank. Watching a replay here, and I'll be able to show you how I did in a match. I did a lot of damage in this match, and I think, in a nutshell, FV215b is worth researching and unlocking. I'm pretty happy with mine. I play it every now and then. And I'm going to go through the pros and the cons of this tank. You can see right here I got to spot across the bay, and I've got a lot of early shots on the enemy team. This is a pretty cool sniper spot for anyone who doesn't know about it. You can just get here. It's better in mediums, but if you spawn close to this area, you just get here quick, and I have over 1100 damage in the first minute of the game, so that's really helpful. The 215B has a 120 mil cannon, which is a decent gun. Like, that's what you want for tier 10. And it has an average pen of 259 with AP, so it's pretty decent. But you can see that I'm using all premium rounds here. I think I had a Clan Wars loadout by accident. See, I have the premium consumables. And with the APCR, the damage is 326. So on this match, everyone did a lemming train over to the 1-2 line on the west side of the map. Me and the IS-4 decide to guard the other side, play defensively there, so I take up a defensive position. And things look kind of bleak for me. I think that I might be able to hold it off, but you know, look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, at least 8 enemy tanks coming up on this position. I told the IS-4 to fall back some, but he didn't listen. Now, one good thing about this tank is the frontal armor. On paper, it says it has 152 mil average hull armor and 254 in the turret, so it's a really good turret armor. And for the armor in the front is decent. Like you'll see here that I bounced quite a few shells. Side armor on the hull is 101 millimeters, and the turret is 152. But I've read on wikis that it's 50 millimeters actually on the sides. So I do some side scraping here, but it's not recommended. It's ricocheted a huge shell, and this is where it gets pretty crazy. Ricocheting some gold. Took a big hit there from the Jagdpanzer E100 for over 1,000 damage. But I still continue to keep bouncing around and try to put some faith into the armor. So, the pros of the 215B, definitely the biggest pro is the gun. The gun has a really fast reload. Mine is just over 7 seconds, but I don't have brothers in arms. I'm not using food, so you could get it under 7 seconds, I think. Really, that's really what you wanted to do. But it's a really fast reload for how much damage it does, and it's not just reload that makes the gun great. Average damage of 400 is good, but the accuracy and the fast reload time on this gun is great. So the handling is maybe one of the best tier 10 guns in the game. See, I just penned a E100 upper, which is not easy. It's just one of the best guns, and there's no complaints at all there. The next pro is the frontal armor, as you've seen on the other replay. Bounce a ton of rounds. Frontal armor is great. It's one of the pros of this tank, and it's just a pleasure to bounce that many shells. The other pro is a huge health pool. 2,500 hit points. That's great. It's almost as good as the E100. So if you do get penned, you don't have to worry too much because of how much hit points you got. So that's really great. But there are some drawbacks with the 215B. One of the cons is the low top speed. See me get to my position here, and it's not the worst ever, but you're not going to get going faster than 35 kilometers on this. Maybe you'll hit 36 downhill, but you commonly drive around 30 to 34 kilometers an hour, which makes it pretty slow. It's a pretty slow tank. For me, one of the cons is the rear-mounted turret. I'm shooting around a rock here, and a lot of my front end is sticking out. On the wiki page, it listed the rear-mounted turret as like a pro, and I don't see that. I think that rear-mounted turrets are more of a hindrance. For side scraping, I guess it could be great, but because of the terrible side armor, I don't recommend it. Actually, at the end of this replay, you'll see me side scraping, and it fails. I get penned on the side armor. Let's pretty much lose the game because of it. And yeah, and that brings us to our third con, is the mediocre side armor. 50 mil is just not good enough. 50 mil behind the tracks, according to the wiki page. And it says 100, but that is a lie. So, I think the question is the FV215b Clan Wars viable? And I say yes. Yes, it is. It sees Clan Wars in my clan, and I think in many clans, sometimes on certain maps. The 215b is the tank to take. Not every time, and not for every map, but it is used in Clan Wars. So if you do spend the time researching it, it will be a benefit to your clan. Look at the aim time here. It's just aimed right in. And suggested loadout for equipment. I personally take the coated optics for view range. I take ventilation for extra crew skills, and a tank rammer just to try to get that reload even sweeter. And in this match here, I do over 4,000. I think I do 5,000 damage, and the other one I did quite a bit as well. So all in all, it's a great tank, and I recommend that you eventually get it someday. You know, in this game, I did over 5,000 damage, did the best I could. You've seen me go from one side of the map to the other. Well, there's a low who's sitting at E4, and he sits there the whole game. And he rages at me at the end for not doing more. The thing about this game is you don't know who did like 0 damage, but there's plenty of guys on my team who didn't do anything. So if you're gonna rage, teammates, don't rage against the guy who's like one of the last alive and is like fighting tooth and nail to try to win the game for you. Take a look at the damage screen afterwards and see who really contributed and who didn't. Like, he might have thought I was camping at base the whole game. I'm not sure what he thought. But near the end of the match, I'm way back here, but that's because I came back using the mini-map and seeing where the action is. I even went to help him too. Like, our heavies did a push, you'll see it, on the 8-9 line. I could have went with them, but instead I thought I'd back up the low, and then he turns on me. jungles from duty, you're a scrub. I'm just gonna say that straight up. Uninstall. That's you don't uninstall, but like you're not as good as you think, and you're criticizing the wrong people. I wish I aimed that shot a bit better. But here I can tell that the low is about to be attacked by the Scent and the M46. Maybe I could have went to those bushes there behind that, beside that rock, and supported him from back there. But it's 4 versus 3. I get kind of worried that the M46 is about to go around. And here's where the low gets into his little rage mode. Because he got himself killed. Played bad. And see, here I am typing when I should be playing, so... Which made me miss a shot there. This is when I begin my little side scraping campaign. What's the command to slow it down? Let's see where this shell comes in. Oh! Hard to tell where it went. Anyway, we lost. The F-15B is still great. So, thanks for watching. Aficionado and Friends live stream.